Okay, I am back. This is going to be a little less formal. I'm just jumping right in. Going to do some modeling. Okay, so where I'm at is I've got to continue to get all of this placed. Let's make sure that these are sharing the same data. Okay. Same thing with those. So I need to make sure that these two are selectable. Turn that on, turn that one on. Grab both of them, and then grab, although, did that grab? Yeah, there we go. And then grab this one, Control L, link object data, so they're sharing the same data. Good to go there. Okay, so I need to scale this guy up. Let's scale it based on, location of 3D cursor is probably fine. Scale that. I'm gonna check my reference here just to see how we're doing. Let's get a better image, more from the front. Just see how closely those are running to. Yeah, I think that's close enough. Let's go ahead and apply the scale to these. Let's check the other ones, see where we're at. Yeah, apply scale on that. Apply scale here. Although I think I need maybe to do a little bit of adjusting in here. Let's see here. Do I have? Let's take a look at the bottom here and see how that's lining up. So it needs to be match up with the bottom of this. So Alt Z. Let's grab these bottom ones and just make sure that they're going to match up with that bottom edge. GZ, snap. Okay, that's good. And then probably need to grab all of the edges along here, really all the way up, and make sure that those are snapping along the X. Why is this not? Oh, I'm on normal, that's why. Which actually, I wonder if that messed anything up down here. GX, there we go. Snap it to that. And check this, yeah. So up here, it needs to move up as well. Just look at my reference here and see how high. I could probably stand. Well, first off, let's just go ahead and snap this on the Z up there, and then this may actually can move up a bit. Okay, and just see how that looks. At the bottom of the window here, this one, it does look like it has a much larger bottom. So the best way to handle that. Let's think about this. Go in here. I'm just gonna undo what I did there. I'm actually gonna just grab everything below there all the way down to there, and then GZ that up. GZ. Oops, looks like, oh, it was in face mode, that's why. Let me grab, I meant to grab these. So let's grab all of that. Do I want those as well? Probably. GZ. Oh, I'm still on normals, that's why. GZ, move it up a little bit. Oh, and actually, this bottom part, I think. Oh, crap, okay. So I have a completely different style of window going on here. There's not 3 panes here, there's only 2. So, what I'm gonna do then is I'm actually gonna duplicate this. We're gonna do, there's gonna be another type of window here. We're gonna have another large type. Let's duplicate that. Call that type 03. Or wait, no. Yeah, we'll do type 03. I'm gonna duplicate that, hide it, and then this one I'm gonna need to do some edits to. So let's grab this, and I'm actually gonna select this entire bottom here, delete it, and then grab all of these here. Oh, actually, yeah, let's do that. And tell you what, let's grab these, separate them into their own pane, P, separate selection, so that's its own object. And then I'm probably going to want to go ahead and set my origin point to be right here in the middle, or actually probably Control R like that, right click, and then grab set cursor selected, right click, set origin to 3D cursor, and then let's see, yeah, duplicate it along the Z like so, so that I have one pane. And actually I'm going to need to go back in here, let's turn that off temporarily, and I need to probably go ahead and just delete these vertices here on the bottom, or actually delete these 2, or that portion. Bring this up to the level of this. I feel like, why did that do weird? Why that done did weird? Oh, that's why. Let's just do this. Let's isolate this thing. Go to the side here. Make sure X-ray is on. Just delete all the ones in the back. Delete vertices. We'll go ahead and mirror it along the Y and the Z, and that'll give us what we need right there. Right there. Okay, and now I just need to get this placed correctly. I feel like something funky might be going on. Yep, there is. There's something funky going on. Something going on with this guy. I've got something weird, some weirdness going on with the normals, it looks like. Or some duplication maybe. Let's turn this down. Oh, it's because of, I think it's because of the location of the origin point. The origin needs to actually move back on this thing. Let's move the origin back to this back edge, like so. And that will fix it. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's see, which one's which here. So we got that. And then that one is the one that duplicates it across the world. So mirror across world pivot. Okay. Let's turn the origin transform off. Let's turn this face orientation off. And now we have that piece, with the exception of the bottom is still not quite right. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this mirror, although I wonder if I'm just going to apply it with that, and then add another mirror to it, because I want to keep that on the X. Okay, and now with that, everything, tell you what, let's just, with everything selected, let's just merge by distance. Okay, just double checking. Alright, and now on the bottom, I want to go extend this bottom edge down so that it matches up probably, just double check, with the bottom of this window GZ, bump it down there. And then in the reference, there is not a lip on the bottom, so I need to fix that. So this thing right here, we need to get rid of, or not get rid of, actually. Let's see if I can grab that whole loop real quick. And move it, kind of thicken it up a little. So GY, get a little more thickness. And then this bottom one, bottom portion, can be collapsed down. So the best way to do that probably would be to just go ahead and delete that face, face orientation, just to see that. Probably delete this face, maybe this back face as well, and then grab these vertices here. Actually grab, yeah. What would be the best way to do this? Let's do Control R. Actually, no, it's not working either. I kind of need to create a cut. Like snap it to this guy. Although it looks like something's a little funky right there. See, so how do I want to do this? Let's go ahead and let's grab these two, subdivide them so that I got an extra vertex to work with. I'll slide this vertex down here, snap it to this edge. Same thing here, Shift V, snap it to that edge. And then for this one, I'm going to grab those two, merge them, double check it, and just make sure. This one I'm going to actually merge to that one. So merge at last, like so. And double check that, and then I just need to fill, although it looks like, let's isolate here so I can see. Yes, okay, so I need to fill this gap at the bottom. Fill. Okay, and go back out of isolation mode, turn off face orientation, and just double check this. Make sure nothing funky happened. This part may be a little bit, might could stand to move this back, GY. A little bit on the y-axis, and then grab this. Let's isolate real quick and just grab this whole, actually, which is that the right one? Yeah, I need to grab everything from here back to here. Looks like something may be off a little bit there too. Grab this. And this, and just move all that back on the Y a little bit so that it isn't quite like so. Although I wonder if anything got messed up when I did that. It looks like the bottom one's maybe a little bit less thick than the top. Let's hide this and just get a load of it. Also, with this window, this back portion doesn't necessarily need to be there. Oh, and I forgot to start my timer. I forgot to start my timer. I hate when that happens. Well, a little extra work time never killed anybody. Actually, unless you're Japanese. Definitely been some Japanese folks killed by working too much. But they have a word for it. Ooh, there's something funky going on here, but I will fix that momentarily because I'm deleting all these anyway. Okay, delete faces, and then just double check up here, see if anything weird's going on. Don't look that way. Oops, I can't flee now. Okay. Let's just grab, let's see, what's the best way to do this? I can probably get away with just merging in the center here. Weld those together. Okay, and then now that those are welded, I probably can just go ahead and dissolve this entire edge. All right. Go out of isolation mode so I can see it. Let's unhide. Oops. Where's that window? Where's the window? There we go. Alright, that looks better. That looks much more accurate. Okay, so with that done, let's just check the scaling on that. Let's scale this. Apply the scale. Let's apply the scale on this one. So type 2 underscore bottom pane, and this one's underscore top pane. Okay, so with that done, I can start focusing on some other stuff. I don't need to duplicate the window just yet. I might need to duplicate it again, but first I need to go ahead and look at the base block out, and I need to connect this to the main part of the building and start running around the side. Okay, so let's take a look at how we've got everything structured here. Part of what I need to do is organize. So we got our facade started out here, and then this is just the base block out. I'm going to reorganize all this a bit. So we'll go, so we've got the octagon base. Let's see, window, octagon, front. Does that have anything in it? Nope. Okay, so let's delete these two. I'm going to go ahead and bring that out. I'm going to delete that. Okay, so we have our floor plan block out. Let's go to this. And yeah, that's probably the next thing I need to do is I need to go ahead and combine this guy with this. And get the sizing appropriate. So let's take a look here at where we're at. Let's see here. Alright, so where is my octagon in all this? It looks... I'm trying to see here. So does this need to move forward a little bit? GY. Because it doesn't look like... It looks like this octagon is pretty thin compared to the back here. But as far as I can tell, this is supposed to be... I wonder if... Does all of that need to scale up a little bit? Or, well, actually, in this case, I think it would probably be better to scale this down. Based on... Let's scale it down a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm just trying to get things somewhat lined up. I mean, I could stretch it back. It's just, I'm inclined to think that this is supposed to be a mathematically correct octagon, but it certainly doesn't seem like it's quite matching that. Oops. Does it? So like if I grab all these objects and the octagon base, move those out on the X, or maybe in on the X. Getting a little closer. I prefer not to have to scale it unless I'm scaling everything. So let's take another look at this. This is starting to get a little too tall. Is that close enough? And also bear in mind that there's going to be some distortion from just the fact that these are photos taken from multiple views. I see an extra viewer here. If you're in the stream, say hey. Okay. I'm happy to hang out and answer questions and whatnot. I'm kind of like mumbling to myself trying to figure this stuff out. Okay, so what I've got to do is I got to start going around this edge here. I'm just going to go with it where it is, and if I need to adjust the scale some more later, I will. But what I need to do is get this base set up so that it's matching up with my new version of the octagon. So let's go into edit mode on this. I'm gonna make sure, see, I've got X-ray on. See, we'll go ahead and pull that back out to this main folder here. Get rid of that. I'm trying to start cleaning some stuff up. And go back into solid view. And let's move all of these faces along this edge forward. G, Y, snap with the control. Okay. Let's grab this one, or all these edges right here. G, X, snap right there. Let's grab these vertices here. G, Y, snap here. Okay. And then I probably need to do the same thing on this side. So GX, although I need to, let's go ahead and close this side. GX, snap to there. Grab these, GY, snap to there. Grab this, GY, snap to. GY, snap. GX, snap to that corner. GY, snap to that corner. GX, snap. Alright, and then I guess for this, yeah, I can just go ahead and snap it like so. Then all of these, GX, snap. Let's do vertices. Let's snap to the same level as that. GX, snap to this. GX, snap to that. G, snap there. Let's see how we doing here. Is that starting to match up? I do believe it is starting to match up. So I kind of want to refer to my images real quick. Let's take a look at the UAV. I can find a good top view just to get a feel for what's going down. Let's see how that matches up. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. What about vertically? It looks like vertically maybe all these could come down a tad. Let's snap to the same level as that. Let's also SZ and make sure that those are scaling, because it looks like they're not quite all matching up. Okay, and also it looks like this side needs to move over. GX, possibly this side as well. GX. Okay, how are we looking here? Looks like this front. GY, GX. Okay. What did I do? How did? Oh, I guess when I scaled it. I must have messed it up when I scaled it. Oops. Whoopsie. This side looking pretty good. Okay. Alright, so now our block out is pretty much matching up with those new octagons. Hey, how's it going, Comrade Intense? If you're still there. Sorry I wasn't doubly checking my chat. It's been quiet this afternoon. I am working on modeling this house from drone footage. I've got right here, as well as a whole bunch of photos. I will try to make it somewhat stimulating. If you're interested in Blender or whatever, let me know. Ask me some questions and I'll try to answer them. And yeah, although here in a bit I probably will do a little drawing as well, because I need to do some drawing. But this is a project that's due. Well, it's not due, but I am trying to get it done before the weekend, because I'm going out of town and I don't want it's been dragging on a little longer than it should already, because I was kind of stumbling around a little bit trying to figure out exactly how to go about this. Now I pretty much have everything figured out, but it's just a bunch of like grunt work. So okay, alright, so I've got the block out in place. I think I can get rid of this octagon now because I don't really need it. I didn't scan it. It's what it is it's for I got a job, a part-time job through the University of Georgia's Geospatial Research Lab, which is through the geography school. And this is like a historical building from the local area. And the project is essentially, they've got these drones in the lab that can, you know, fly around the house and take a bunch of photos. So they did that. Somebody else on the team did that, and then kind of gave me the photos, and they did the scan from those photos. So I've got all these drone photos here. So it's just some photogrammetry from this building, and then I've got a bunch of other reference. So my job is to go in and take that. It's a fun job. It doesn't pay that well though. It's through the university, so it's like, you know, it's pretty low pay, and it's also limited hours too. Like technically, I'm only supposed to work like 12 hours a week on it. But obviously, for a project like this, 12 hours a week is not that much. Hey Fallicle, how you doing? 12 hours a week is not that much. So generally I'm kind of going over that a little bit each week and working for free. So, you know, it's kind of one of those things. It's like, but yeah, you're right. You got to start somewhere. And my goal is not just to do this project, but to basically take all these assets that I'm building, cut them up, make them modular, and make them game ready. The blendering is going well, Fallicle. Thanks for asking. The blendering is going well. It's a little tedious because I was just explaining this project. It's essentially like remodeling a house based on drone footage and or like a photogrammetry model and a bunch of photos. So I have my photo reference up. I've got a whole bunch of images to dig through. I'm kind of having to look at every little part of the house and kind of build things out. This right now, I'm just trying to get the block out, make sure that it's somewhat accurate, and then I'm going in and kind of doing a bunch of kind of modeling stuff. I've pretty much built all of the let me go out of, why is this not showing up? I pretty much built all of like the little modules, at least for the major stuff already. Now I'm just kind of going around and placing it on the house. So like I built a bunch of doors and windows and stuff. And do you also have texture? I will be texturing it, yeah. Not right away. When I say getting this project done by the weekend, I'm not including that part. This part, I'm just, this is kind of the first phase. So it's like getting all the modeling done by the weekend, if at all possible. Which honestly, I don't know if it's going to be possible, but we'll see. It's definitely not going to be possible without a little bit of overtime. and I have other stuff I have to do for class as well. So we'll see. But yeah, so I got to get it done, get all the modeling done. I also need to prep it for 3D printing because they have a 3D printer and they want to do a 3D printed version. I also need to, this is actually the modern version of the house. We've got to go through and I've got to talk to the curator of like the historical society that we're working with and check out, kind of figure out what's changed on the house that I have to actually edit. So like there's a couple like portions of the house that weren't there before that I'm gonna have to cut off, and maybe a few things that I might have to change around. So that's gonna be fun. So yeah, so that's part of it. And now let's see, do I have my porch block out? So it's porch. Working on this porch and the roof. So I've got a whole nother like set of folders and stuff in another scene. It's got a bunch of pieces that now I'm kind of going through and I'm trying to figure out where they need to be placed, get the measurements as close as I can, and then fix things, you know, and try to get them accurate as possible. It's not like an exact science. Like I don't have any measurements that I'm working from really. I'm kind of having to try to. I did go out to the house and do like a whole bunch of. Let me see if I can find take a bunch of photos essentially, as well as use the little measure app on my phone to try to get at least some feel for what the scale of stuff was. So like, I got a whole bunch of. Hopefully nothing pops up in here in my iPhone photos that I shouldn't be showing. But yeah, so I did all that. I even took some video as well. So let's go around here. I want to start getting this back of the house figured out and getting kind of the brick portions laid in. I've got a timer going here, guys. I'm trying to be really strict about doing like a Pomodoro thing. So here in about 5 minutes, I'm going to take a 10-minute break and then come back. Hopefully I won't lose you guys there, but if you do step away, please follow or whatever. I'm gonna try to start streaming a lot. I do this as well as I'm an artist. I really want to get into like I have another project that I'm working right now, which is a game character, which I'm designing and modeling. Thanks for following, Comrade Intense. I appreciate it. So I'm taking this guy. I got to finish designing him. I need to add some stuff to his costume, just because it's supposed to be based on like a World War II soldier's outfit. So I need to add some detail to kind of make that obvious. Then I need to color it, figure out all the colors, paint it. Oh, thanks. Yeah, and I haven't really been updating my Instagram either. I got to get better at that. So I'm gonna do this. And then I'm actually going to sculpt it in ZBrush, retopologize it, get it ready for a game. And also I'm going to take the modules that I'm building from this house and kind of break them up and try to use it in the game as well. It's going to be kind of like a survival horror game. Sort of in the vein of Slender Man. And it's for the club, the University Game Builders Club. So yeah, so stick around for that. I'm going to be doing the full process. Probably figuring out a few things as I go, but I do, generally know the process that I'm going to have to go through. The thing that I'm maybe the least good at the moment is the texturing itself, because I'm kind of new to Substance Painter, but I will be texturing everything in Substance Painter. Okay, let's see here. I got 3 minutes left. Let me see if I can get some actual modeling done during that time. So I need to go ahead and create. Yeah, Phallico. I'm gonna retopo and bake the house parts. I'm gonna do pretty much everything. Because part of the project for this 3D reconstruction of this house is actually we're gonna build what's called a story map, which is like basically just an online portal with geospatial map data, because that's like the geospatial, basically Google Maps sort of stuff, just a little bit more advanced. Like you can create these kind of historical maps, and this model for its part is going to be, number one, you can add 3D models to the the map itself, but they have to be kind of like the low poly versions. And then we're gonna have probably some Sketchfab versions of it that people can kind of click on and look at the house. If there's time, I might even try to do like sort of like a VR thing that you could download, like an Unreal thing. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not though. Just so that people could potentially download an app to their phone or whatever and check out the houses. Okay, so I'm doing more talking than modeling. Let's get this. So I need to create another little wall space here for this brick part, which let me see if I can find some images for that. And I may need to check one of my videos that I took when I went out to the house to see if I see what that part of the house looks like. This part in particular is really tricky because I don't have a lot of images from that area of the house from like, because like the drone data or the drone images were taken from high up and it's kind of hard to see. And I have some other images. It looks like somebody walked around the house, somebody before they hired me. So like there's a bunch, there's a bunch of like foliage and stuff in the way. So parts of the house are kind of tricky to figure out because I don't know what's supposed to be there. I may have to actually take another trip out there. But I also do have some video in here somewhere. Let's check it out. See what we got. It's on my iPhone though, so I'm gonna have to download it. I'm gonna give that a second to download, and in the meantime, let's go ahead and duplicate this guy. So I got this brick center. I actually need to create a new version of this. Well, do I need to? I don't know if I need to. Let's duplicate this, and then I'm gonna grab it, snap it. Let's grab the number one. Do I need that edge there? Let's hide some of this stuff, get it out of the way, because I was kind of just showing you guys. Let's grab this guy. I don't think I need this edge here. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Dissolve edge. Oops, I did mess something up though. And okay, so it's time for my break. I appreciate you guys. If you get bored waiting for me to come back from my break, feel free to leave, but please follow and please check back. But I will be back in 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, let's see. We're getting ready to come back, you guys. Okay. I may come back a little bit early because I'm pretty much ready to go. So let's go ahead. Okay. Oh, I totally just realized my camera has been covered. my camera's pointed like right at my bed. So I've been getting in the habit of like turning it off or covering the lens. Okay, so the video. Oh, did I close it? There's a video that got downloaded. Was it that one? Maybe not. There's also, I did check it though, and there's some pictures of a part of the house that's in the back, if I can find them, because I remember taking them now that I've referred to the video. If I can find them, at least I thought I took some. Actually, I'm kind of wondering if not all of my videos have actually uploaded to iCloud. Let's check this and see. Yes, I'm ready to start my next Pomodoro. Oh, cancel. Let's see. Is anybody in? Hey, Falco, are you back? Oh, hi, Mark. Okay, while that's doing that, let's go over here. Where was I? I duplicated this guy, and now I do need to fix the topology on this. It's kind of a messy. I think it was kind of a messy boolean because this is not really supposed to be a final piece. Yeah, it looks like something funky's going on here. Let me I'm just gonna go ahead and delete. Tell you what, I can figure out what's going on here. Let me just grab this face. Yeah, I've got a duplicate face there. Let's just delete the whole face. Let's vertex mode here. Yeah, it needs a vertex. So let's press 2 on my keyboard. Go to edge selection. I'm gonna right click that, subdivide it, grab this vertex and just shift V to slide it. I'm gonna snap it to that. Oh, it didn't really work. Shift V, I'll slide it, snap it to this so that it's close. And with what is going on? Oh, that's I was like, what the hell is that noise? Let's see, is this? Oh, no, this is the wrong video. This is a different video. This will be useful when I get to the back of the house, though, at the very back. There is also, I probably ought to organize all these, but I just don't want to waste any time. Let's see, is this the one? And actually, the one, it should already be downloaded. Where's it at? Where is it? I need to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Video. There's a video. Scroll down a little more. There's this one. That was the first one I took. But I'm not really like seeing it here. Let's do this. Extra large icons. Let's see what we got here. So that's the one that's downloading now. Yeah, I swear to God, there's some images maybe missing here. 'Cause I swore I took more photos than this. Or maybe it just felt like it. I guess this is quite a lot of photos. But that's it. You can see the pictures of the damage to my car. Thanks, Fallicle. I appreciate you. I will be on a lot, hopefully, this week. Let's go ahead and move this whole edge towards that. GX. Looks like this is done. Yeah, this is... Okay, there's one side. Okay, that's... Yeah, this is one side of the house. So that kind of shows a little bit of what's going on here. So I have this corner chimney looking thing. There's a brick wall there. Then you have these kind of recessed windows. Or not recessed, but just kind of these like hidden windows. Snap. Okay, and let's merge those. Actually, let's grab these two here, merge them at center, and let's go ahead and connect these two just to be a stickler for topology. And then now I can get rid of that, dissolve vertices, and grab these faces around here. Does that need to be there? I'm gonna dissolve these edges for now. Make sure nothing funky happened there. Like something may have... Oh yeah, something did happen. Let's undo that. It's because I was in... Just grab all of these, dissolve edges, and then grab this edge, this edge, this edge, and this edge. Fill like so. Okay, and let's grab this guy. I'm gonna snap it to edge edge center. Shift Z to keep it on the same ground plane. Snap it right there to the center, and then RZ 45 negative. Okay, that's minus 180. That should be right. And then, okay, so here was, I probably need to give this its own data. Oh, it looks like it already has its own data. Does this one? No, that one doesn't, but this one does. Oh, it's because I used Shift D to delete it, or to duplicate it. So that's good. Well, that's good. That's all good. So let's just go in here, and I'm going to grab these vertices over here, GX, snap them. Wait, why did that do that? Oh, that's why. That's why. GX, snap it to here, to this level. Let's turn off this face orientation mode. Let's go back to solid so we can see what's going on here. All right. And then let's refer to what's going on. Okay, so the placement of the chimney matters here. So I can figure out where it is. Okay, so let's grab this chimney here, and I'm going to go ahead and move this to the facade so that I can hide that, because this guy is going to need to bump up against the chimney, and the chimney is going to need to bump up against the side of the house. I also can probably go ahead and, what am I missing here? Corner columns. Let's turn these corner columns on. that's there. Let's go ahead and grab this siding here. Let's duplicate this collection. Grab siding 6. Let's take a look at the base here. Got siding base 5, siding base 4. Do I need... I probably can share the same base for all of these sidings. Let's go down to this one. Got siding base. Undo. Okay. So this one actually needs to be the siding base. Siding underscore base. Let's go ahead and add a fake user to it, and then let's grab all the other ones. I'm gonna go ahead and control select these guys. Oops, not that one. Pivot the base. Okay, like so. Control L, link object data, so that they're all using the same data. I can probably do that with the booleans on these as well, which I may have already done. Oh, not quite. So this one, I've got the boolean v1 right here. Check something here. Go ahead and go on my Discord. Turn on the camera. I like a so. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add link these objects here, link these first few booleans here. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this is the primary one, and I'm going to control L, link object data, so that those are using the same mesh. In case I need to change them again. And then this last one can be moved. Yep. So edge center, G, Shift Z. I'm going to snap it to this guy right here, RZ 45 negative. Okay, and then I just need to use a different boolean for this one, which it's already got. So we'll go siding boolean v2. Okay, and go into edit mode and edit that. Make sure I am in X-ray so I can see everything. I'm going to GX, I'm going to snap it. I need to change this to edge mode. GX, snap it to this edge if it'll work. Why you being weird? Why you being weird? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. And then actually this guy, I can go ahead and scale off on the X. Why is that? Okay, yeah, good. Okay, so the reason for that, and the reason you can see that actually, these are all sharing the same mesh, but I'm using different booleans to cut them out for the different parts of the building. That way, just if I need to go back and change the siding somehow, adjust it later, I can. And it'll adjust them all at the same time, which is pretty smart if you ask me. Alright, so let's take a look here. So next, I think it's probably time to refer to the drone model again and take a look at what's going down. Let's turn the blockout off. Let's go into material preview so I can see everything. So basically this guy is wedged right up in the corner. can find it somewhere. It's wedged all the way up in the corner in a weird way. And I'm going to have to figure that out so I can get a good clear view of it. So it's wedged up in the corner kind of weirdly, going all the way up to the top. So really this is going to have to be a special chimney. So let's go back to my block out. Let's turn this drone off. So this side actually is going to need to go up. It also probably needs to move on the Y into here. And then I'm going to need to move part of it up. Let's grab this face here, or let's isolate it. Grab this, oh, it's on this side. Grab this face and move it up. Oops, except for, I don't want to do that. Should I extrude it? No, just go ahead and pull it up. It's fine. As long as it doesn't fudge up the actual may have been a little too far. And then can probably change this. I can probably move this guy over on the X a bit. Move this here. Like so. Grab the boolean and move that back over on the X. Kind of snap it to this edge if at all possible. Snapping wasn't quite working right. What is it trying to snap to? I've got it set to edges. Closest, project on a self. That doesn't seem to be snapping quite right. There we go. Okay, so that's good. It's good enough for now. So I've got this guy. Probably need to do about the same thing with him. GX, snap it, or actually no, I need to grab the actual pivot. GX, snap it to this guy, and then just go in here. GX, snap it here. Actually, maybe snap it to here instead. Okay, that's close enough for now. Also, this bottom of this guy can come down, so let's grab all these edges here. Also, go back into, oh, I'm on the wrong side, that's why. Go to this side. And GZ, snap to the bottom so that it extends all the way down. And then for this, I'm kind of wondering, okay, so I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna grab, go in face selection mode, grab, I keep doing that. Tell you what, I wonder if, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna apply this modifier, go out of edit mode, apply this modifier, and then I'm gonna go back into edit mode. I'm actually gonna delete all the ones on this side, make sure I'm in X-ray mode, delete those vertices, and apply another mirror this time. And I'll use the world pivot. Okay. Like so. Okay, and then back into edit mode. Grab this. I'm going to create a transform orientation for this face. Okay, and then grab this guy. Which actually, did I need that? I don't know if I needed that. I might need it later though. G, Y, Y. I'm actually going to move it on global, so I may not have, that may have been a waste, but that's okay. I just kind of want to get it close enough that let's try and snap it. Where am I trying to snap it? GY, let's snap it into here so it lines up correctly. We'll go from there. Okay. Alright, so that's looking better. Let's go ahead and start looking at the windows on this side of the house. Probably should be able to duplicate this guy. I am going to have to make one more version of the windows probably, maybe possibly two. Oh, and I'm also noticing, does this have... Okay, this needs, both of these all need another mirror modifier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab shift select all of these, shift select that one, shift select that, just find them all in there, make sure. Is the cutout, looks like the cutout's already there though. So maybe shift select, make sure this guy's selected, and then, but that doesn't have a cutout, does it? So what is cutting out over here? So we got the window large cutout, we got the boundary cutout. I'm confused. Why would it wouldn't mirror that over though, would it? Is the boundary cut out? No, it's not the boundary cut out. We got duplicate boards. Mirror, a little lower. Oh, it's the bullion. That's what it is. Or is it? No, maybe not. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know. Oh, that's what it is. I named this wrong. This needs to be this one here. And then this one is window upper cutout. I named it wrong. So turn these back on. so alright, so select these guys. Let's just select all of these. And then probably shift select any one of these really, or control select, and then select this guy, copy. Why is that not working? Oh. Grab this one and copy to selected so that shows up on that side. Okay, good. We're good. Okay, so I need to get this back of the house figured out. So we've got this window here, which is similar to the one up front, except this one is 3-paned and doesn't have like the molding around the edge. Should be a similar size though. And then these here are pretty much all the same as the ones on the front. These, though, are smaller. They're eensy-weensier. So I need to make sure, I need to start working on getting all of that done. I also am going to need to create a new bullion cutout for the siding right here. And all that on the back seems to be a similar texture to the brick up here, but without the actual bricks. Somewhere, it seems like somewhere that stops. Okay, so let's focus on the windows. Let's get the windows figured out. I've already kind of got that one here, although it needs to be sized appropriately. So let's find that in here. Let's go ahead and hide a bunch of other stuff, get it out of the way. I'm going to create a new collection for this just to make it easier to control. Grab that, move it in there, hide that. The chimney needs its own, so we'll go just chimney underscore type 01. Give that its own collection. Move that in there and hide it. Get it out of the way. Okay, so I need to move these guys to where they line up. I'm going to go ahead and move it up here roughly, and I'm going to need to size them up, size it appropriately so it matches up with the other stuff here. So it's number 1. Let's go ahead and grab this guy, snap cursor to selected, like so. I'm going to go ahead and add in an empty, create a parent for this. I'm going to call this number 1. What window type is this? Let's find it. Window large type 01. So, and then this will be window large type 01 pivot. 01 underscore pivot. Pivot. That's making me want to watch Friends. Alright, and so that's in place. Now for these guys, I want to go ahead and scale them up a tad. If I can select everything correctly. In relation to the 3D cursor, I'm going to scale them up a tad so that they kind of match up with that guy. Just get it roughly pretty close, because I'm going to have to do some editing on it anyway. And actually, I think I can probably potentially share the mesh on here, on these shutters. That would probably be a good idea. Part of me kind of wants to rig the shutters so that they can open and close. Maybe if I have time, I'll do that. So for now, let's just hide these shutters, because I might be able to just use the ones I already have. Okay, so this one is a 3-pane, so that's good. That's all good. I do need to make sure that the sizing is correct. So let's hide this small window, and let's unhide that temporarily and move all this crap down so it's lining up with this guy. Oh, and it is time for another break. So I will go ahead and set a timer for 10 minutes, start, and I will be right back. Okay, y'all, about to come back. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Hey, my new follower thing isn't working. What the heck, man? What the heck? It's supposed to say when I got new followers. I'm gonna have to mess with that. Let's check this out here. Streamlabs. Streamlabs. I'm trying to think. Hopefully, there's nothing. Let's see. Where do I go for goals again? I totally forgot. Is it alert box? No, that's not it. I may have to do. I'll have to do this later. Something's not working with my goals though. So, here, I'm just gonna hide that for now, and we'll worry about it later. Okay, let's do it to it. Let's do it to it. I'm up in my Pomodoro count because it seems like I'm wanting to go long anyway most of the time. So let's try doing in +2. I don't want to be like taking breaks. Like it seems like I'll take a break like immediately right when I get new viewers and stuff. So let's try going for the 50 minutes, 10 minutes thing. We'll do 50 minutes on, 10 minutes off. Okay. Let's move all. Oh, it's not. Let's move all this forward. Let's turn this back to global number 1. GY. Snap it kind of forward here. Doesn't have to be exact. I'm just trying to get it lined up. Okay, let's hide these shutters. Let's hide these as well, just so it's easier to see if it'll let me. Let's see, where's type? I have 3 types here. Okay, I'll turn that one off. Let's turn these shutters off. And then I just want to line this guy up with this guy. All right, let's hide those, All right, so I'm going, and let's hide the boolean too, or at least make it like not selectable. Same thing here. All right, and I just need to line this up appropriately. Close enough, doesn't have to be perfect. Go into X-ray mode. Let's grab everything on this side right here and GX and snap it to this edge. Probably ought to do the same thing with these inner ones. So grab all of these. No, let's go to edge selection mode. Grab all those. Oops. Is that what I want? I don't think that's what I want. Let's grab these. Let's grab these. Ungrab those. Let's grab these. And these. I need to ungrab that. Okay, is that everything? I think that's everything. And let's snap this to the inside of this. I also probably ought to just go ahead and create a mirror on this. Just delete everything to this side, delete vertices, grab a mirror modifier, like so, make sure it's clipping. Where is the origin point set? Right there. Is everything clipping correctly? I can't tell. Let's grab all of these, GX, just to make sure. Okay. Alright, let's just take a look at everything and see what we got. Is everything lining up okay? Let's take a look at some photos. I'm gonna have to grab my phone because I've got some on my phone. For some reason, you know what? This one looks wider to me somehow, or maybe shorter. Let's see here. Tell you what, let's check. I'm going to check my drone model here again. So if I'm looking at, okay, so looking at this window here, it's like big and tall and long. And then if let's look at this side. If I rotate around to this one, I'm pretty sure it's smaller. It's smaller than that one. Okay. So, how small is it? So let's turn back on the small window so I can look at it in, actually I'll move because I don't want to move that one. Is it this one? Select objects? No, it's the other one. Select objects, GZ, let's move that up. So it's a little bit longer than this one, but it's not that long. Oh, and also, does it have, it does have shutters, and it looks like they are smaller as well. So let's snap, first off, let's snap the 3D cursor to this guy. Let's scale in relation to the 3D cursor on the Z, get it somewhat closer. Let's hide this and hide this just to see. Yeah, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. So it's still taller than the regular 2 window, but it's not as tall as this big front window. And actually that might be pretty close. I'm gonna need, let's see, do I have access to this guy? Yeah. I'm gonna Shift D to duplicate those, P, separate selection, grab them, GZ, move them up. Go ahead and, oops, looks like I grabbed something on accident here. GZ to snap it. Actually, I'll move it up here. Make sure this is on snap to closest. GZ, snap it to the top. Grab this one. GZ, snap it to the bottom. Like so. It needs to move. Just move this. Move all these. Yeah. GY. Let's kind of snap it to the back of this. Okay, although I don't think I did it with the shutters, but that's okay. That'll be easy fix. The shutters are kind of just loosely in place anyway. Okay, looking pretty good, looking pretty good. Let's turn the shutters back on just to see where I'm at here. GY, move them back, about right there. Okay, save. Alright, that one is actually starting to look pretty good. I kind of need to see it on the house. But I'd say that's close enough for government work. by the way, you guys, I really need to pee. Sorry, I should have done that on my break. I'm going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to go pee. So let me turn this on. Turn this on to just 5 minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and come back. Sorry about that. When you gotta go, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and apply scale on all these. I'm going to need to make some adjustments to the shutters at some point, probably, because I think, if I were to refer to the photos, I think that there's some slight differences. Yeah, so like there's more in the middle than there are at the tops, but I'll worry about that. It's also they also need to be thinner as well. Okay. Should I do any of that right now? Nah, not right this second. I'm worrying about placement right now. Anything that you can kind of get away with without right now, I probably need to avoid messing with and just focus on getting to something that looks reasonably finished. See, is this in the right spot? Wait, I'm missing something here. Ah, this needs to be moved into here. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and move the pivot point down GZ, snap it to the bottom of that. And make sure scale is applied on everything. So just checking this. It's like something's a little funky with this guy on the Y. Let's get this kind of scaled in there. Make sure this at least somewhat kind of fits in the slots. Might need to do a little further adjusting, but as a matter of fact, let's actually deselect everything, select that, G, Y, snap it to there, select this guy, G, Y, snap it to the edge of that one, and this top one, L to select everything, and that one's already in a pretty good spot. Okay, cool. Let's apply the scale again, because I did mess up the scale a little bit there. These can probably be joined into the frame, even though they're separate pieces. Okay, and let's grab this window underscore large typo 1 frame is good. Do I need to, I don't know that I need to separate these panes right now, so I'm going to leave them. And so, okay, let's grab this, and then lastly the pivot, and let's parent them to the pivot so that that'll move around. This needs to be, what mirror object is this doing on? There we go. Okay. This one is going to need its own boolean, which is that what that is? Is that what that is? Okay. So let's grab this, snap this to, let's cursor selected to snap the cursor to that pivot point I created, and now I'm going to grab, or that empty I created, I'm going to grab this boolean and snap that to the 3D cursor, and then I'm going to scale on the Z in relation to the 3D cursor just to get it down there. Okay, and then I'm going to make sure to parent that to the pivot, Control P, so that they all move together. Alright, so now I have this guy. So we have window large type 1, and now I need to start duplicating it around. Although honestly, there may not be that many versions of this window on the building. This window in particular, because I don't even think there's any. I think it's different on the other side of the house too. So we got this side of the house. If I go around over here, yeah, because there's another. Yeah, so it's going to be different on that side of the house. So I think there may only be one version of the window like that. For some reason. So, yeah. We have these over here, which I honestly can't tell if those are the same types of windows. Why are there got to be like 5 different types of windows in this house? Dadgummit. They keep having making me do stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and duplicate this guy. We'll go ahead and duplicate collection. Window small type 2. Let's make sure it's not sharing any of the same data as the original one. I don't think it is. Windows small type of 1 shutters. Okay. And then, so there is a much smaller or thinner version of the windows, smaller and thinner it looks like, on the back here of the house. Which I may want to wait to do until I've placed these other windows so that I've got a better idea of how everything looks in relation to one another. So let's do that. So let's unhide our block out. And inside of here, I need to go ahead and put this in, into a new collection. Typo 1 .001. I need to name everything here .001. No, that needs to be 01. There we go. And for these, I think I can get away with doing the edit battery name. We've got the objects, and can I just do a suffix? Strip name, set name, suffix .001. Oops. Find replace .002 with .001. Okay. All right. To kind of force it, also I need to fix, I'm missing an L on these. Okay. All right, so let's move that inside of here. Oops. Doesn't seem to have moved all of them. Let's grab this whole thing and move them all in there. Alright, cool. We got that. Let's check the data on these. So yeah, this is bottom plane, window small, type 001 cutout. Uh-oh. Small frame. Also, I need to fix the L on here as well. Top pane, give that a fake user. Sorry, I had our smoke detector in here goes off really easily. And I think my roommate's in there trying to cook. Okay, so, alright, got that. Now it's time to start duplicating it around the house. Go ahead and turn all this stuff on to get some this is irritating. Okay, come on. Let's do it. Okay. On the siding. Okay, so for this guy, let's duplicate collection. Grab the pivot. Move it over somewhere over here. RZ90. What's going on here? Why was it doing that? Oh, it's because it's doing it around bounding box. RZ90 negative. Okay. Shift X to move it on the Z. And then I'm just gonna kind of line it up here for now. X to move it out a bit. That's good enough. Kind of like create a boolean for this and grab the cutout, do a difference. Okay. Oh, and let's go back to solid so it's easier to see what's going on. Okay, so we got this guy. I'm going to go ahead and download this one and put it in my pure ref. Make this stay on top. Move this in here. Alright, so we got these three windows over here. Actually, this is the other side, though. I need to double check the other side. Pretty sure that's still right. Let's grab a photo from the other side. Here's one. Let's see if it's any good. Kinda. So you got these two windows kind of bumped up against the chimney on this side. So this is really more G, Y, move it in that direction. Oh, and I need to let's go download this one. Download, and let's move it into here. Let's grab everything, Control Alt up, Control P, get everything organized. Let's save it. And let's look in here, get a feel for what's going on. So yeah, so it would, the second one's going to be about right there. Let's duplicate it again and move it down, GZ, and get it maybe about somewhere like so. Let's see, I might want to turn on the roof block out so that I can see. I just want the actual, probably these two pieces though. Let's move that into the where, I guess just out of this primary, move it into there. That porch block out. We got block out, block out. Just so I have a little bit better reference place. Yeah, so this would be closer up to the top. Maybe. Not that much closer. Let's see. It's basically lined up kind of with the edge of, and both of these, oops, probably need to move just a little bit back in the Y. Oops, did I grab the wrong one? Oh, I did. This one. This one right here is the one I want. Okay. Alright, that's not too bad. Kind of wonder if those are even larger than I really thought. Okay. How are we doing here? 25 minutes left. Something smells good in there. Whatever my roommate's cooking. Okay, so this guy, I can kind of tell what's going on here. Okay, so let's move him up a little bit on the Z, and then that one's probably good. Maybe a little bit on the Z actually. Maybe not. It's hard to say. maybe both of these can go up a little bit more on the Z. And then let's go ahead and block out a boolean for this face here. So edit mode, let's grab this face, Shift D to duplicate, B to separate selection. Go back out of that. Let's grab I'll just go ahead and see here. Control R to create a loop cut. Oops. Control R. Why is it only doing? Does it need to be filled? What's going on here? Why aren't you Control R incorrectly? What's going on here? Just go ahead and create a subdivision in the middle here, and then just connect those two. Oops. With J, and then I'm gonna go ahead and move those forward on the Y so that they match up with the vertex here. Global, bounding box, closest, GY, snap to that. Okay, cool. Alright, and then GZ to snap to the top of there. Going to GY to snap kinda GZ, snap to the top of there. GY, snap. Let me go out of there so I can see what I'm doing. GY, kind of snap to this corner in here maybe. GY, that's not too bad. GZ, something's not right. Let's see. Just trying to get somewhat on the level here. I may have to fix it later, but I think that may be a decent starting spot. Okay, and then I need to actually create probably another loop cut in the middle if I can. I don't know why it doesn't like this. Let's join those two. Okay, and then this one can go GZ up to probably the bottom of there. Both of these can go up. Just kind of snap it in there. That's fine for now. This is just for a boolean. Okay, and then let's grab everything and extrude it out a little bit. Okay, and let's do, which side do I want to snap it to? Snap it to the bottom. Cursor to selected. Actually, I do kind of wonder, maybe I ought to, let's do, snap it to the top. So let's move the origin point there. Set origin 3D cursor. And then I need to change this to wire. I need to find it in here. So siding, well, let's just leave it for now. I do need to turn the rendering off, and then I need to GX snap it. Why didn't that work? GX snap it to there, so that I can create. Oh, it didn't go all the way in though. GX snap it to there. Well, that's interesting. Alright, so that's going to be for the siding. Ooh, 50 minutes might be a bit too much focus time for me. See here. Gonna need to figure out this roof too. But first, I need to duplicate my siding, duplicate collection, grab this one, and I'm gonna need to snap it probably to the edge. G, Shift Z, snap it here. RZ90 negative. Wait, is it negative? Oh no. Undo RZ90. And then I'm going to need to replace. Actually, do I need to replace? Should I? Maybe I should have. Find this in here. Select the boolean here. I guess what I can do is actually take this mesh here. Take a look. Siding underscore boolean v3 is what we'll call it. And on this guy, we'll go ahead and just replace that. Number one, this doesn't need a fake user. I'm going to replace that. For this one, I need to apply, probably just go ahead and apply all. So let's undo that and apply all on this guy, and then I will replace that boolean. So there we go. That's not quite right. So, what did I do? Let's see here. So, I messed up. I'm going to undo that. Oops, not that. Here I'm going to undo. I'm just going to do it manually. It's fine. Call this V3. Save that. And then adjust it. It has a mirror on it anyway. GY, move that towards this edge. Like so. I can probably go ahead and apply the mirror on it. And then I'm going to need to move this up, GZ, to here. Let's go vertice, GZ, move that to the right level, GY. Actually, let's grab them both and move GY, snap it to there. Then GY, snap it to this back here. Okay, and then I'm just going to get rid of that. Let's move all these to the bottom, GZ, got that. Looks like I need to increase the array on this, or actually no, I need to increase the curve. So let's make that selectable. GZ, let's move it down, like so. And actually, well, we'll figure that out in a second. Here, why am I not seeing my windows here? Is it just because they're not far enough out? Yeah, it's not. It's because they're not far enough out, and this one probably is not far enough in. G, Y, oh no, X, snap it to that level. There we go. There we go. And then, actually kind of need to fix this roof. The roof's not quite where it needs to be yet. So for starters, let's just double check the angle on this corner. So let's turn off the block out. Let's turn on the drone. Let's grab my measure tool. I'm going to grab, kind of roughly place this, grab another spot, and then roughly right here. So is it 60? Oh no, there we go. So let's put it about right there, put this about right here. Still not quite right. So I can get this set right. There we go, 130. Sounds about right. Okay, so 130 degrees. So I just need to make sure that my roof top here is 130 degrees. So let's go back to the block out, and let's grab this guy. Looks like that's all off a little bit. That's fine. I'm just going to place my cursor selected right here, and I'm going to grab a cube, and I'm going to RX 130 degrees. No. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm trying to think, how do I make sure that I'm getting 130 degrees out of this? I mean, I can eyeball it, but my brain's not working at the moment. There's the mirror. I think I can mirror something. So let's take this, cut something out of it, grab this. Am I in? Yeah, let's delete. I wonder if I shouldn't do this from the front, actually. Yeah, let's undo that. Go to the front, create a cut, grab all of these over here, delete these vertices. I'm going to create a mirror modifier. And actually I will go ahead and create another cut in the middle just so I have something in the middle. Like so. And let's go ahead and snap. Cursor to selected. Let's add in a empty, and then I'm gonna mirror object that, and RY130. Clipping. Bisect. No. Bisect X. Yeah, that's what it. There we go. There we go. Let's see. We got 6 minutes left. Coming up on 6 minutes. Anybody who happens to step in or checks this later, I'm about to head out. But this is what I want. This is. Well, is it what I want? Let's double check. It looks a little steep. It looks steep to me. So let's check it. Okay, that's 100 degrees. So maybe what I have to do is let's Alt-R. So 130. Oh, my brain hurts. My brain hurts. What about 120? What does that do? Does that get me to the right spot? Gives me 120 degrees. So it's even more shallow. So let's do 110 and try it again. Okay, that's 140. Shit. So 115 maybe? And do the same thing. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's my angle right there. Oh, 357 left. Go ahead and apply this. Get rid of that. Get rid of this guy and this guy and this guy. I wish there was an easy. Is there not an easy button where I can just hit remove all of these from the scene? Because it's kind of irritating. Okay, so I got this guy. This is going to be my gable or whatever. Is that what you call it? Is that what you call a roof gable? Roof gable? I know nothing about anything here. Let's see. What do we got here? Ridge. That would be the ridge. So what's the gable? Is the gable the thing that hangs over? Gable end. Okay. So we'll call it roof ridge for now. Roof underscore ridge. I'm gonna RZ, select it, RZ 90, and then GZ, actually we'll go ahead and set the origin point to the very top of this. Right click, set origin to 3D cursor, GZ, set it down, GZ, here I'll go ahead and snap center, snap with center, try and get it somewhat close here, GYX, just so I can see it. Okay, cool. Alright, looking good, looking good. So at least now I have a starting point for this. So let's save. I got 1 minute left. It's about time to go. We got other stuff I got to do. Although I'll probably still model a little bit tonight, but I don't think I'm going to do it on the stream. Check in here. Okay, and I am about ready to go. Thank you so much, anybody who's checking this out later, who's stuck through, who likes my stuff. Please follow, please like, and hopefully Twitch will start being good to me algorithmically